Okay, that's enough music. We are about to start the last game of the top 8. This is the final game of this round, and it is between Stefanos Mikarakis, also known as Demagogue, against Yanis Kouris as Slynight. So we'll look at the deck list before we start. Players are weighing. We have Demagogue on the Kurenbayushi Keeper of Air Crane deck. That is going to utilize a lot of these really strong events and good bodies, readying and probably going for a stronghold break. And against it we have Tower Crane on Unicorn Splash, good cards like Talisman of the Sun, Guiding Customs, Return of Fence, Defend Your Honor, Proving Grounds, and of course Vessel of the Crane with Dodgy Diplomat and Magistrate Station. And of course, our card for Scorpion is Forged Edict. Alright, let's not keep the guys waiting. Let's get the show on the road. This is gonna be hype. Really good game, I think. Two really strong Greek players. Of course, the Greeks are the best, so this is gonna be one of the best L5R games of this week, of this month, even, I think. Let's see when they get this going. Alright. And of course, this is a super important game for the Mad Dogs, because if the Mad Dogs loses this game, I think, if I've done the math correctly, the Beef take it. If anyone can confirm in the chat, but I think that's the case. But if Slynight takes it, the dream lives on, so to say. This is Slynight on first player, and we see full mulligan from Demagogue in Dynasty deck. Interesting. Okay, while they're mulligan, we can check. Yeah, Beef Crew on 115, Mad Dogs on 112. If Beef Crew wins, if Demagogue wins this, we have 2 more potential points for Mad Dogs, which means that, yeah, Slynight has some pressure on him, one could say. Looks like a pretty good start for Slynight. We see a Dodgy Diplomat, and maybe Kaizen or a Challenger could be good here. Goes inside, we see Demagogue, finding a Dispatch to Nowhere. Manipulator could be good. Dispatching a Dodgy Diplomat doesn't feel that great, but we'll have to see. Oh, it's just going to be a 3-fated Cunning Negotiator, also a really strong card in this matchup. We do see Cash, Courteous Greeting, Shameful, Revels, and Forbidden City. Probably Revels on the Stronghold. See a couple of great promises to attack into. At least Shameful Display is good. Yeah. There we see the Diplomat of Tsuma as well. Can he find Magistrate Station? No, it's Shameful Display and Courteous Greeting. Demagogue gets the Passing Fate. I think Slynight is fine with this. The Crane conflict deck is surprisingly cheap. Oh wow, I missed so much chat. Yeah, lots of hype for Demagogue. Do we have some hype for our boy Slynight as well? Come on, Mad Dogs, we need some hype for Yanis. It's gonna be Political Poke, Earth. Pretty good attack, I think. Forces some type of answer out of Demagogue. Or if he doesn't want to fight this, I think just letting it go could be fine. Because he's gonna need to... You got both Arutsuma? Yeah, that's right. That's right, you have both Arutsuma. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's gonna be no defense pass, because he's gonna need to spend a lot of cards or use that courteous greeting if he wants to win in this conflict, and I don't think he is ready to do that. He could stoke, it's also an option, but also not worth it, definitely not. Ooh, and there's an SPR going away, that's a pretty big hit, I think. See if we see a return attack here. Yep, gonna go Void. Ooh, probably has Stoke here. Stoke into Forgery. Because giving Slynight some fate there could be risky. Defense pass. Doesn't need to use duel. Oh yeah, of course. He has courteous greeting. To bow. And now Slynight has no way of reading this, so I assume Demagogue has like a conflict character or something here. Could see Sadako. One assassinations does Sly run. No assassinations for Slynight. Ooh yeah, we could see Sadako come down here. This is Courteous Greeting, because Seal of the Rich Frog is a Earth province, so he used it to bow the Manipulator and Negotiator. Also, hey Eric, congratulations on your team doing quite well in the clan war, getting the 3rd place, really strong. And yeah, we do see Sadako here with 2 Fate really strong because no assassinations. Sly does have Kekita Dojo, so this is gonna be 1 to 2-bit, just making sure. Probably gonna see a Tessin here. Yeah, Tessin is played. It's closer to winning this conflict. Janice is completely fine with this, it seems. He hasn't spent that many resources here, while Demagogue has. And yeah, Demagogue is just gonna win the conflict. And I don't think he has any way of disarming his character, so this might just be a pass. Yeah, pass. So that was a pretty good start for Janice. Found that soulbound approach and forced a lot of resources out of Demagogue. Although Slynight did spend a lot of fate there, and next turn that dispatch is gonna be interesting. Right, we see Seasonal War, Proprietor, the Monk is still there, Alloy Artist could be an option here. And maybe Kaisen to honor? Nah, doesn't need Kaisen. He's gonna go Kaisen anyways, okay. Get that free honor, I guess that's fine in the Scorpion matchup. Even though he has Kir and Kikita. It's better to start honored than regular. And Slynight passes, doesn't need a Kaisen dupe here. Getting Present Fate is important because while I said the Crane conflict deck is not that expensive, the cards that really matter though are expensive. Duelist Training, Return of Fence, Gaijin Customs. I think he plays Steed of the Steppes. Yeah, 1 Steed of the Steppes as well. 5 to 5-bit, and Vice Proprietor is pretty strong in this matchup, I think. Gonna force either a awkward conflict or some kind of ready effect out of it. Judging by that he put 2 fade on it, I assume he has a court games in hand. At least one, at least. Also runs Shameless Gossip to move that Dishonor to something else. Alright, fire for Demagogue. Into city again. Yeah, this city is looking like a nice farm for the time being. You can just poke with Shinsei, force the defense, and then bow both. Because return offense is gonna be sad times here. Because return offense doesn't protect against bows, just doesn't bow at the end of the conflict. So yeah, this defense is a bit rough. But it might be needed because we might be looking at a noble sacrifice setup or just firing being really good. Try to turn off voice of honor because I assume, yeah, three voice of honor. This tea house is kind of awkward though. I mean, it's on a shameful display to +2 program strength, but I don't think you want to use it against the Tessens, right? Unless you really have to. So you might see that going away at the end of turn. This line just passes. Do we see the bow? Yeah, this proprietor is gonna be a bit of trouble for Slynight. He doesn't run any conflict characters, so Kaisen is gonna have trouble standing here. Alright, pass. Slynight wins that conflict. See, does he go for an attack here? That seems risky. Attack water to try to ready. But then again, he can't attack Courteous Greeting. He has to go for something else. And just force a defense. They could go Courteous, force a defense. No, it's gonna go for something else. This is gonna be Secret Cache. No, this is Secret Cache. Yeah, got it. Oh, so good. Secret Cache will find him some other card that he needs. We have the Scorpion, could be good here. Calling in favors is always good. Another Tessin. How many calling in favors does he run? 3, yeah. It's gonna be defense from the Vice Proprietor. Probably gonna see a trigger. If it doesn't trigger first thing, yeah. It's gonna bow Kaisen. Needs to do it first thing because of the dojo. No, do we see Slynight go for a ready here of some sort? Basically Gaijin Customs, which he only has 2 of. No, just a pass. So he just wanted a fate. And now he's completely bowed out against this setup attack, which most likely is gonna hit Tsuma. Yeah, Tsuma seems like the most reasonable choice here because he wants that. I mean, he can keep that city around to poke around on. It's gonna be Void, get rid of that Negotiator. Oh, it's gonna be on city. Guess he doesn't want to season, fearing a Voice of Honor. Defense, gonna move in. Favorite mount played. Baiting a calling in favors, I guess, saving that favorable ground. Reasonable, he doesn't need to use the favorable here. Because he's gonna have characters to play anyways. And see if this more aggressive buy from Demagogue is gonna pay off here. He has been fading more characters, which means that he needs to put the pressure on here while Slynight is investing in that Kaisen. Here comes Kaisen. Come on, Tomoya, wondering about the discard strategy. I think you discard. Yeah, I think you keep every good holding, for sure. And then just buy, yeah. Keep the good holdings, discard his tea house. He's gonna save the favorite ground. I think he will keep the favorite ground considering he didn't use it. Oh, when he goes a talisman, that's risky. Well, he does have defender honor here, so if Demagogue is a bit quick on the trigger, there could be a problem, but just gonna see it discarded from Miyako. So this is where the duel happens, I think. Or does he wait? Demagogue is gonna get the favor here, and that means Hante is up and the two censures are up. Unless there's a ready from Slynight. Runs against the wall in your screen, but you don't want station to make sure. Yeah, station could be, of course, really important here, but I don't think it's worth discarding the dojo for it, at least in this city row. There's a sneak to take the last fate from Slynight and most likely win this conflict. So that's really rough for Slynight, I think. He really needed that negotiator to stick around. He could move it in with the thing. Oh, he could as well. Never mind. Yeah, he can move it in and then duel just to get the honor, but not sure how worth that is. Doesn't play store defeat, right? No. Doesn't need store defeat when your tower is just that big. Jan is thinking about his choices here. Doesn't run assassination. Does he run for shame? No. Pass, and that's the cunning negotiator gone. So yeah, again, Demagogue going really aggressive here, low fating his characters. Sadako is going away soon, unless he has a dupe. That's run 2. While Slynight still has that Kaizen with a dupe ready to go. Let's see what he discards here. Tios probably goes. Let's see if he keeps the favorite ground. I assume he's gonna keep the favorite ground considering he didn't move in. Can I negotiate? Oh, he keeps the tea houses. Wow. That is interesting. Keep one goodbye for sure every turn. Yeah, bricking with this deck is an option. Or a risk, one should say probably. We played a version of a crane deck with a lot of holdings and bricking does happen. Why this card coming from City? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this card here. Is there any reason to... Yeah, Stoke. Yeah, okay. Stoke is the reason. This is a completely Stoke safe row. So I guess that's why he kept his tea houses. Kaisen gets the dupe. Here's Hante, but I don't think Demagogue can afford Hante here. He only plays 1. Yep. It's gonna be an Alba artist with 2 fate. Which is also a really strong option. Might see Whisper played here. Just because he needs it. How many assassinations? 1 assassination. Yeah, so keeping the tea houses is probably just because of Stoke. Yeah. He is not comfortable thinking that he can cancel the Stokes this turn, so this might be a correct choice. We'll have to see. He did find a character to buy, so he might be fine. And looking at Demagogue's board, this board is going away at the end of the turn because we didn't see a dupe on Sadako. Here's the SPR. Do we see a cancel on this? We do see a cancel. Oh wow, that means that Giannis for sure has more than one voice in hand, because that is an expensive cancel. Of course, this means that the Russian Predator is not going to be online, and that is two of the three SPRs gone. And there's a censure. Do we see a second voice? Probably not. No, that is enough for Slynight. So one censure, one voice played. Only one censure left for Demagogue, but it does play 3 forgeries. Yeah. Here comes the poke. Political air. Get that good fate. Set up for a great turn next turn. And starting to build that tower of chasing. Imagine if Demagogue played Mark of Shame here. Ouch. That card is restricted, so we're not seeing it. Okay, we're gonna see an Earthling instead of the air. Judging that he doesn't need the one extra fate from the airing. And I think Demagogue is probably not gonna go for the airing next. He likes the Void Ring here, I think, as well as water. And since Sadako and Elbow Artist, probably gonna bow one of the... Probably gonna bow the Elbow Artist. No, gonna bow the Sadako probably. Just in case Kaizen rolls in here. No. Yeah, we're just gonna see Elbow Artist defending against the Whisper. I'm probably gonna see a bow here. Assassination. Sure. That's the one of Assassination played. And that means that Elbow Artist is online. So now lots of card draw for Demagogue. Here's the conflict. Probably gonna see an attack with maybe a poke with sneak. Can't get RKO'd. That's annoying. Or Vice Proprietor could be attacking as well, but that just gets dojo'd. Yeah. Tough attack for Demagogue. Poking with sneak could be good, but then Slynight can just pass and all of his board goes away. Yeah, this is good attack as well. Can bow one of the characters and win with the other. Unless there's a calling in favors here. I mean, duelist training, but then probably gets calling in favors because no voice online. We'll have to see. 75 handed does go for airing. Because of that assassination. 75, do we see the dojo? Yeah, defend your honor is the thing here. Slynight passes, doesn't need to spend anything. Do we see the Curtis Green? Probably. Or Stoke. Stoke him. Get that tea house. There's the courteous greeting. Do we see the dojo? Dojo could be good here. Or does he just want this to break? Nah, that doesn't seem safe, right? Is Wealth of the Crane good here? 2 fate for Wealth? Nah, that gets stoked. Tough calls. Well, for 2 fate, try to get a proving ground to draw some answers. We're gonna see the duels training. Okay. This is for sure a bait. Trying to bait the calling favors too early. You might need that favor mount for guiding customs. Although Forged Edict is online. Strength of the Kaisen is 7, so if Demagogue bounce size here. How many bounce size does he play? He doesn't play bounce size, never mind. That's probably not a good play anyways. There's the Judas Train duel. Saving the Kagita Dojo for a character like perhaps Kachiko. Demagogue just wins the conflict. But this also means that Demagogue is looking to get the favor with a lot of fate, and well, there's Hante. So him fading low, conserving resources, seems to be paying off. He got the favor, and he's gonna get this Hante. Here comes the attack. Maybe fire or void just to get the Kaisen gone as soon as possible. There's a test sun. Oh, so as much power as possible. 5. Yeah, he probably needs this Tessin. Because something is gonna get bowed. The Vice is gonna get bowed, and then they only has 2. Yeah. This Tessin is pretty good. And it's gonna be fire. Ooh, this might be rough for Kaisen actually. Oh, we're just gonna see an attack with the... Yeah, because it can't be in duel, of course. The most important reason why he tested the Alba Artist. Duh. Yeah, this Kaisen is in trouble, I think. Unless Slynight has Way of the Cranes here, or even then. I think the correct choice here is to use the new name. I mean the tea house to bounce the new name. If there is a risk that this gets dishonored, like a court games or Way of the Scorpion here, and yeah, I think sacking this vice proprietor is an option. Yeah, this might be Slynight in a bit of trouble. I think moving in here was a mistake. Yeah. Moving in feels like it is asking for trouble. Uh-oh, yeah. This is for sure asking for trouble. Unless he has a guiding customs. And then somehow wins the conflict, I'm not sure how. Ooh. Does he play formal limitation? He does play formal limitation. So he can move in the Sadako, he can... Yeah, he's gonna move out, but that's a bit too late. Ooh. I think Kaisen is in trouble here. He hasn't, Slynight hasn't invested too much into this Kaisen, so the game definitely isn't over yet. But there's a third Tessin, that's good to know at least. And we have to crane. Do we say cancel? Probably gonna say cancel. No cancel! Whoa, okay. Wow. Okay. We're fine. Everything fine. No problem. Bit of an expensive break for Demagogue. I mean, a 1-cost character, but 2 Tessons. And there's a Guiding Customs too late, I think. Formal invitation to move back in? What is happening? Win the conflict. Return offense, that's only 3 to 4, 6. I guess he wants to defend the province. Yeah, defending the dojo, he can't do much but a favor. But why not getting customs in the conflict? I guess... Oh, maybe it's just all a bait. Yeah, wave the crane. Bait... Yeah, I'm not quite following here. Wave the crane to bait to cancel, see if he has the noble sacrifice, see if the investment is worth it. But there's still wave the scorpion and for shames. That can ruin Slynight's day here, so... Yeah... There's calling in favors on the formal invitation. Second formal invitation, that's both. Yeah, this still seems like super risky from Giannis. He's keeping that dojo around this important. I mean, it's a good target for the Hante. So he needs as many of those as he can get, but... And also protects against Stoke, that this doesn't die. There's the second calling in favors. And a favorite mount, okay. So that's 2 calling in favors gone, and that's both mounts. Yeah. And the third calling in favors, wow. That's all 3 calling in favors. Well, I guess those are gone. This means that the city is gonna break. And that means that Kiki's dojo is gone. And I'm not sure if Kaisen gets the dishonor here. No, probably Albarkis gets honored. Or one of these characters leaving play because of honor. We'll have to see. So I don't think Slynight can do anything here. Well, he can wealth, but I don't think that's worth it. Wealthing for 2. The set is expensive. But now, yeah, Demagogue is out of fate again. So that Hante isn't looking as awful anymore. Yeah, Demagogue really spending a lot to break this city here. 2 Tessons, 3 calling in favors. That's a cavalry sergeant and a half. And a fate spend. Slynight considering his choices here. Don't think he can... Yeah, he's probably considering the wealth of the crane. That's like everything, all that he has. Unless he wants to play a second talisman. And there's the wealth of the crane. Okay, we're going for it. What does he find? Probably a character on Suma. Looking for a favorite ground, most likely. Diplomat on Suma, very good. What else? He really needs that favorite ground, if that's his plan. Well, that's what he's been going for this whole conflict. finds a storehouse. Storehouse and fairground. Okay. So gonna pop the storehouse. This one first, I think. Yep. And then maybe pop the second one. Let's play court games, right? Yep. How many cancels in demos? Just a censure. One censure out of 2 censures and 3 forged edict and 3 forgeries. Not breaking. Needs one more. It's 5. 4. But Slynight is still gonna move in here. Might see court games has been used, so with the scorpions and for shames are options here. Not sure we're gonna see them. Because this conflict has already been super expensive for Demagogue. It's gonna be a dishonor. Okay. Do we see a court games in return? Yeah, court games. Cancel? No cancel, of course. This isn't worth cancelling. Do we see a second for shame? Because he doesn't have way to scorpion because he would have played them beforehand. I assume. So now we have to scorpion in top 21. Or top 20 even, because he plays 41, yeah. In top 22. That's how that works, yeah. For shame to bow. Okay, Slynight not risking it here. Yeah, Demagogue can't break this. Well, he can if he moves in with formal, which he should. Then he just gets bowed, yeah. That's why I need 9 cancels, not 8, yeah. For sure. Canceling stuff. It would have been nice this turn for Demagogue for sure. That guiding customs, that well the crane, that court games. And all 3 cards in your favor is gone. Slide using him out for sure, yeah, a lot of cards spent. And a lot of resources going away for next turn. That Sadak was huge. Sneak, of course, and Miyako, all of stats. Emperor could be huge, but that's pretty much everything for Demagogue's next turn. Well, you basically only need to bow 1 character. Yes, T has to bounce the thing. You only need to bow 1 character in this matchup, basically. Flank a town to ensure the bow. Yep, dojo. But just forcing him to use it is better than not. Oh no, that's a huge misplay by Demagogue. I forgot about Kaizen. Oh wait, he has the Bayushi, the stronghold. Yeah. It's a stronghold, but do we see another? Does it does it top deck to do this training? Don't click pass. Do we see the top deck DT? Come on, Janis, show it. Give it to the people. What did you draw? Oh, bounce the fine katana? That's odd. Well, I guess it's a free card, so yeah, sure. Bit of a tempo loss, but I don't think that matters. So the, the city of the rich frog finally breaks after like 10 minutes of a super interesting conflict there. Lots of back and forth and lots of resources spent. But now Demagogue is in a bit of trouble. 4 on left. Which means that Slynight might be able to bid lower if he finds a couple of proving grounds. Because this deck is quite card intensive. It needs those setups. Artist has been used. 7 cards to break 1 province, yeah. Yeah, I think so, 2 panos. And this is a great flip, I think. Completely Stoke safe. Well, almost. Well, your opponent can play Stoke if he doesn't have any fate. Here comes Hante. Sly spent 7 cards, I think? No, 6. Demagogue, do not forget about it. It was used directly after the assassination. Here comes Diplomat to find Magistrate Station. Here it is. The one card we all love. And reveal the last province to get those. But 3 Wealth of the Crane. Yeah, he did use Albertist. He assassinated a Dodgy Whisperer. Forbidden Zero Stronghold for both players. Well, Pursuit of Justice here even. Which means that the last province for Demagogue is Revels. Revels in row. Now I can read it on what? Yeah. I mean, it only read these honored characters. It's completely fine, right? Like, he can only read this Diplomat this turn, right? There's no other way he can do stuff with it. Imagine thinking Demagogue makes mistakes. Yeah. I mean, technically it was a mistake because he could have drawn a Duelist Training, Giannis. But... well, no, it was a risk. It was a risk take. It wasn't a mistake. The chance of him breaking that province was higher than Slynight top decking a Duelist Training, so yeah, that was not a mistake by Demagogue. Agonizing decisions and all that. Have we watched this? Poke Magistrate Station, yeah, he knows which province to attack for the rest of the game until it's broken. Speaking of broken, here comes Dodgy Challenger. Which can't do much against this Alibi Artist. Can't use the dojo. He can use Return to Fence. Nope, gonna see a Diplomat. Is Slynight gonna sacrifice Magistrate Station here? That seems a bit off. Yeah, you have to be really smart to find those 3 diplomats in your top 20. Judging by how hard he wanted to defend his other dojo, I'm not sure sacrificing dojo and Magistrate Station is the correct choice. 2 Forshins played, only 1 court games. Yeah, how is this gonna survive? Court games. I guess he can mount in Kaizen. Emperor can redirect what? There's nothing to redirect. Yeah, noble sacrifice. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, because you can redirect R2 and court games might get cancelled. Oh, yeah. Sure. Station to redirect to vice proprietor. But that means that the vice has to be bowed first. Right? It's formal on challenger, so it's gonna risk it. Wait. Yeah, he bounced the formal, yeah. And gossip. Gossip for noble sacrifice, I assume. Yeah. Gossiping noble sacrifice, so he's safe for this round, which is quite important. No censure. One has been played, and he hasn't drawn the second one. Talisman is also completely safe, so it can be moved to Sinful or probably Tsuma if Hantai wills it. Yeah, this is really nicely played by Slynight. New name, here comes the attachments. Oh, he moves in. Alright. Doesn't want to get dispatched. Okay, so here's probably the question. Does Hante go on Talisman? Does it go on Shameful? Does it go on RTO? RTO seems like a good choice. If RTO isn't played, court games is really good for Slynight here. Like court games, win the conflict, ready with magistrate station, nothing else to pick. You can't hunt on Talisman. Triggers an ability that chooses targets. Oh, it's not a target, okay, yeah. Never mind. Yeah, but that's probably not the best choice, even if it was a choice. Yeah, that one of Gossip here is huge. And Demagogue thinking about his choices. What can he do? You can bow the challenger. But court games is a thing, and station is a thing. He's probably gonna need the bow for Kaisen. Although there's that watering to fate that can ready the second character. Skill patch? What skill patch? Dispatch? Yeah. I mean, he's gonna need to win the Void Ring first. And by the looks of this, I'm not sure he can. He can play Sadako for +1. Yeah, the only pumps he have are Sadako, SBR, and court games. So Demagogue can't win this conflict. Well, he has Force Teams and Wave to Scorpions as well. Never mind. Yeah, for sure, considering his choices here. He really does not want to go out in the top 8. The man who many betted who would be in the finals, I think. Having gone for, I think, the most fate in the bidding round. I think Demagogue was the highest bid. On like 40 or something. People in the chat can confirm. I think it was around 40. And then MD was pretty high. Giannis, of course, was pretty high. Okay, Demagogue. What are your options here? Way of the Scorpions are his options. Pretty much. That's the only way he can win this conflict. with reasonable expenditure. Demo was highest than MD, I think, both over 40. Most intense standoff in L4. Yeah, we need that. Turn offense on censure. And that's the second censure gone. But that's a pretty big censure. That RTO would have been huge. Time strat as well, yeah. Winning on time. I mean, Slynight is technically losing right now. If we ignore honor. No, well, Slynight is actually winning. Never mind. And there's the court games. And that court games is huge. Yeah, Pablo was in there as well. Demagogue passes. Keeper avoid trigger. We're still in it, boys. Here comes the watering. Unbiased commentary, yeah, of course. I mean, this is huge. This is exciting game for the tournament as a whole, right? The tournament isn't over if Slynight wins this. Attacking Midnight Rebels, that is safe because Hunter is on the board. Slyne, you both win and meeting the fans. I'm not sure if I can win this. This is a scary matchup. Sick enemy strats, yeah, for sure. Rebels is completely safe to attack. As soon as the lists were revealed, this looks like we're going to be slow execution demo. I mean, this Scorpion deck could have been disastrous for Slynight if that conflict last turn hadn't gone the way it did. Like, there were some huge risks being taken there, but Demagogue sitting on those 3 calling in favors. Yeah. I mean, still, this Kaisen can still get killed. No defense, yeah. No sacrifice, of course. Well, noble sacrifice has been gossiped, so that's fine. Coding Sly. Give me that quote with panels. KB is probably my worst matchup. Huh. Worst matchup being 55-45 is pretty good, I'd say. Demagogue taking a lot of time here. Down to 7 minutes with that 5-second grace timer. One guiding custom has been used. Magistrate station not. Proprietor defense here could be a good thing because you can defend with the proprietor bow Kaizen, and then when magistrate station happens, you ready proprietor instead. But second worst is uni. You can lose by getting null sack or dispatch. Yeah, that seems like the big ones. And here's a bow. And Slynight's only option out of this is oh fuck, he says. Pursuit of justice is a thing, which is why Rebels was an even better target for Slynight. So yeah, I think Demagogue is feeling the pressure here.